Hi. Can y'all hear me okay? Hopefully you can. Looking forward to spending time with y'all. Hi, hi. Hi, everybody. Hoping y'all can hear me okay. I just put in the chat box and ask to see if y'all can hear me okay. Make sure everything's good. Yeah. Just in case, because last week was fun with technical difficulties. If for any reason this video gets cut out, which I don't foresee it happening today, it was an internet something that was going on. We're going to move to Facebook Live if we cut out suddenly. But again, I think we're going to be okay today. I really do think that. So, yeah. Y'all okay out there? Let me know how you are. We have a bit more time, so yay. More people arriving. Yahoo. Let me know if you can hear me okay. Is it all good, y'all? We have about 3 more minutes. Might wait until just slightly after 10, just in case folks are having a time getting on. But yeah, I'm glad y'all are here. Nice and early. How are y'all today? Let me know. Is anything sore, tight? How's this week been for you? There's a little chat box on the side. I hope y'all can see that. Probably to the right of your screen. Type in how you are. If you want us to focus on anything today, this is my favorite thing about live streaming, is that we can really try to co-create this practice together. I don't want to just be autopiloting anything. I'd like to be of service to y'all tuning in right now. So let me know, what would you like today? Wanting to make sure you can hear me okay, you can see me okay. This is where my mat spot is, right here. So hopefully y'all are okay to see me and can hear me fine. Are we good? Just want to make sure all's good. I'm going to check on the Facebook event group just to make sure people know where to go. Looks like folks are getting it. Oh, here we go. Yes, Tammy. You're meant to be on YouTube. Yes. Yep. Oh, there y'all are. Woohoo! See y'all showing up now. Now, can you hear me okay? We good? And can you see me okay? I just want to make sure we're good. We're set before we get going. Let's go ahead and type in the chat box if you can hear me okay, just because I want to make sure y'all can follow me today. It's all good. Oh, yes. I love that 4 of y'all are here. Shoulder tight. Yeah, I hear that. We can think about shoulders for sure. Anything else sore or tight or needing extra love today? I got a request for shoulders already, like tight shoulders. Maybe low back stuff just from all the chair sitting and stress and things. Oh, hi. Yay. Good to see you. Yeah. Oh, it's so good to see y'all. And you can hear me okay, right? I just want to make sure. Y'all can hear me? Someone do a thumbs up or a yes, just to make sure. Oh, of course. It's my honor. It's my honor. Yeah. I'm excited to be here with y'all. I'm glad that it's working. Oh, good. I'm so glad I sound clear. Thank you. Thank y'all. Yes. Okay, good. Good. I just wanted to make sure. I don't want to be talking at y'all and you're like, what is she saying? Yeah. I am so excited to be here with y'all. I really am. It's an honor to be here. Just in case, just you never know with this technology stuff. A lot of us are online now. And so I think with that, there may even be more technical difficulties than if we were to be offering this under our old normal circumstances. So if for any reason the YouTube video goes awry, I'm grateful for y'all. If the YouTube video goes awry, we will go to Facebook Live. But again, I foresee us staying here the whole time. Last week, we had a little bit of web tech foo, and I think that was just internet on my end. The internet shut down in my neighborhood, so things got interesting. But anyway, so yeah, I know that there's shoulders and hips needing some love. Anything else needing extra love or support today? Anything needing extra love? I'm happy to be here to offer it. I am. Yeah. Yeah. We'll think about shoulders and hips. We'll get going at 10:05. I see 10:04 right now on my screen. So in about one more minute, we'll get going. And so that being said, maybe you gratitude, yes. Maybe you get your candles out. I've been beginning a ritual of burning my own candles. This is just something to kind of help set the tone and take us a little bit outside of just computer screen to computer screen. Um, Trying to find some aspect of intention and connection behind it. And so, with that being said, we'll go ahead and get started too. So, go ahead and find a comfortable seated position. The benefit of this being at home is you could sit on your couch, sit or lay down in your bed. I won't know. Sit down in a chair or on your yoga mat, like me. And no need to feel like you have to mimic me, especially right now. I want you to really start comfortable. I want you to start supported because that's the whole point of this. Me and Hanuman Homies, we want to be supportive to you in this challenging time. It's my honor to do my best to support you. And in doing that, I support me and my why. So it's a gift all around. So finding your comfortable seated position and then bringing both hands onto your heart, actually. And then maybe you can close down your eyes if you feel cool with that. And find long breaths. Maybe you even bow your head into your heart. And offer these big breaths for yourself. Perhaps there's been a lot of deep breathing for other people, or maybe even shallow breathing to maintain a sense of okayness. But especially in this hour with me, giving yourself the chance to breathe and be with what is within you, what is around you. And check in. How are you right now? And it's all good. No need to effort positivity or happiness. Just sit with what is. And if you're feeling that, that's awesome too. There's no right or wrong. Can your heart rise into your hands with your inhale and ease with your exhale? Inhale your heart to rise. Exhale your heart to ease. 2 more big breaths. And then hands down onto your legs, inhaling your shoulders to rise up towards your ears. Shoulders drop, open mouth. 1 more big inhale. Big exhale. And then shoulder circles front to back 4 times. Take your time. There's a request for shoulders and hips, so honoring that request other way. There's also been a call to connect with gratitude. There will be a sense of that as well, meaning of that. 1 big shoulder circle front to back. Bringing your hands back to your heart. Inhale your heart to rise. Exhale your heart to ease. Rising with your experience, rising with whatever you're feeling now. And exhale to rest into your experience. So we're not bypassing, we're not racing ahead towards that position of gratitude. If anything, we can allow ourselves to be grateful for letting our hearts to breathe and be. So yes, we are in a way. But just to let our heart be, breathe, process, right? And so now the left hand will flow down onto the floor, the bed, the couch, and then the right arm reaches up to the sky. Keep your right sit bone grounded as we reach up and over to the left. And can the shoulders melt down? Imagine a soft element of water washing down your shoulders. And maybe you can even think of a specific element of water. Maybe it's a waterfall or a river or a lake. Bring that element into your right hand. And with our imaginations, we're going to inhale here. Exhale to wash that sweet element over ourselves to encourage fluidity in this right shoulder joint. Encouraging that connection, that sweetness in nature. One more big circle. And then the chin will flow into your left shoulder. Inhale the right arm to sweep across the front. And then focus on the away reach to the space to your right. 4 more. With the chin into your left shoulder, I hope you can feel releasing in the right side of your neck. Yeah? Already going into a shoulder series. So then we'll keep this arm reaching away. Inhale the right thumb to point towards the floor and then towards the sky. Maybe it's floor and wall behind you. Sky, wall behind you. 2 more. Following the timing of your breath, let this movement be soft and sweet, even if it might feel a little uncomfortable. And then the thumb points down, so the palm shines towards the wall behind you. Chin is into your left shoulder as we inhale. Exhale to press this hand back towards the space behind you. And then I hope you feel that side of your neck, that right side. Bend your right elbow, bring the arm behind your back. Inhale your spine to reach to the left, and then exhale your heart to open to the sky. Usually neck and shoulders go hand in hand, and also shoulders and hips go hand in hand. So that being said, 2 more, just like that. And maybe it even goes a little bit to the wall behind you, really working with the range of motion in your neck. So not only is this for neck and shoulder, it's also for your lymphatic system, helping to keep our immune system strong. And then we'll go ahead and bring that right arm over your ear. Bring your right hand to touch your left leg. Roll up your spine. Bring your left hand behind you. Reaching spine up, twisting to your left. Shoulders melt down. Lift your heart, lift your crown. Maybe closing down your eyes. How are you? Right here, right now, in your body, in your mind, in your heart. Staying true to you as you inhale, cow spine towards the left, so heart reaches, chin up. And then exhale, chin in, spine curls to the space behind you to the right. And then 3 more, just like that. Be generous in the flow of your head, especially in the cat spine, when you bring the chin into your heart. And I hope you can witness how that frees up your right shoulder blade. So the 3rd time we go in, keep your chin in, sweep your chin across your chest, across your heart. Unraveling at center, arms reaching up. Hands together at your lifted heart. Hands on your legs. Inhale, shoulders rise. Shoulders ease. If you're in crossed legs like me, actually all of us will lift our spines up and then ease our spine over. So if you're in the chair, you just bring your forearms across your legs. Otherwise, we could bring our hands maybe forward. Maybe bow the head to your heart. Wherever we are, focusing on easing the shoulders down the back, away from the ears. There's going to be a little bit of flowing between effort and ease, but really the focus is ease. easing our defenses some, easing that need to work so hard, push ourselves so hard. Just give yourself space to breathe and be. Rolling up the spine, arms flying towards the sky, and then hands together at your heart. Now, if your legs are crossed, switch to your maybe awkward cross, and then hands on the legs, shoulders up, shoulders drop. One more. Hands on your shoulders, elbow circles front to back this time. So normal if this feels weird having your legs crossed the other way, try to stay there though, because this is a hip opener in of itself. So we already are working hips. Other way with your elbows. This is from a style of yoga called Hatha Yoga, which helps us find that balance within us. And then we'll go ahead and bring the right hand down this time, left arm over your ear, reaching towards your right. Keep your left side of your seat down. It's going to want to come up, but try to keep it down. Shoulders flow down. Open your heart to the sky. Yeah. Continuing to check in with how you are. If the way you're feeling were to have a color, bring that color into your top hand. And then we'll inhale here. Exhale to wash this color over ourselves, honoring our current experience. Expressing how you are right here, right now, rather than swallowing it up and letting it stay in the physical body. There's a sweet friend of mine that helps remind us oftentimes when she teaches yoga, the issues are in your tissues. So we're trying to help process them out rather than keep them in. And then chin will flow into your right shoulder. Other way with this left arm. Focus on the away reach to help free up the left side of your neck. Freeing ourselves up with each breath, each movement, taking up space in this practice together. One more of these big circles, and then we'll have this arm reaching away. Inhale the thumb to point towards the floor, and then towards the sky. And then floor, maybe wall behind you, sky wall behind you, working through the shoulder rotator cuff. And then with the chin in, we get that added benefit of freeing up the neck, offering some flushing out in the lymphatic system as there's lymph nodes within the sides of the neck. Side body's many different parts of the body, really. And then we'll spin that thumb down again, inhaling, and then exhale to reach this hand towards the space behind you, taking it a little bit more into the shoulders, bending that left elbow half bind. Inhale, spine reaches right, and then exhale, heart opens sky. Chin movement, head movement, as we inhale the chin up. Exhale, chin in. 3 more. Take your time. Can you find more relaxation in your jaw, in the muscles of your face? And then what we'll do is let our faces shine towards the camera. Hello. And then reach your left arm over your ear. Left hand, right knee. Rolling up your spine. Bring your right hand behind you now. Lifting our spines. And then twisting to the right. Envision, maybe with your eyes closed, someone who you know can offer calm, can offer grounded ease. In a lot of my practices, I've been inspiring us to consider our ancestors and acknowledge that we are the product of ancestors that have triumphed over times like this. They have survived through moments like this. And so maybe you can observe or imagine an ancestor or a great figurehead of peace, of strength is sitting right behind you, placing their hands down on your shoulders, assuring you of your ability to survive and thrive. And then lift up your spine into that strength. Lift your heart into that strength and love. Perfect to stay here. Or you can inhale cow spine towards the space to your right. And then exhale cat spine, back left corner. And then 3 more. Being generous with the chins flow in to your heart. And then at the end of that third flow of the chin going in, keep your chin in, sweep your chin across your heart. Yeah, lifting our spines up. Unravel at center. Arms fly up. Hands together at your heart. Hands on legs, shoulders up. Shoulders drop. Head circles one direction, allowing the body to follow the movement of your head. Let the torso follow, let the shoulders follow. There is no right or wrong way to do this. So honoring and celebrating the flow of your body today. And then the other way. Lifting ourselves up, bring your bottoms of your feet to touch, open your knees away. So we're creating a diamond shape with our legs, hands on the legs as we lift up, and then bring your long spine forward. And again, it's not about how far down or how much we're pressing. Let's keep away from pressing down into the legs. You can bring your arms forward like I am, and imagine that the knees are pressing down into oranges. And so with that, we're going to imagine that press down. Maybe you can even close your eyes and taste the citrus. This helps us release through our hips and our low back by using our internal strength. So we're recruiting the abductor muscles. Those are the muscles that guide the knees away from one another. Abduct. 2 more big breaths. Slowly coming all the way up, arms reaching up, hands together at your heart. How are you right here, right now, in your body, in your mind, in your heart? Maybe it's shifted, maybe not. It's all good. And then we'll bring one leg on top of the other, doesn't matter which leg, and then find child's pose. So knees out wide to the width of your mat, big toes together to touch, guide your hips back to your heels, and then bring your heart and your head down. Now, another thing that I like to cue is bringing your hands into fists, stacking the fists on top of one another like this, and then rest the bridge of your nose onto that top thumb knuckle. And that is a pressure point, not only to release through your sinuses, but also to release stress. So allow your head to ease down here to help support and de-stress. And then we'll offer ourselves about 5 more big breaths here, giving ourselves this time to land and offer into your awareness one thing you may wish to receive or connect more deeply towards. Is it something for your body, your mind, your heart? Something for all of the awesome people here tuning in. And we can devote all of our movements of our bodies, minds, and hearts towards this connection. Inhaling child's pose. Exhaling hands and knees, tabletop position. So the hands come underneath the shoulders, knees flow underneath the hips, fingers spread wide. Cow spine as the heart and seat flow up, maybe a bend of your elbows here. And then exhale, cat spine, opening your back towards the sky. 3 more, just like that. Following the timing of your breath, allowing elbows to bend, hips to sway, coloring outside the lines of your practice. And then at the end of your 3rd exhale, on your timing, inhaling long spine, back to child's pose, knees out wide, big toes together, maybe the fists stack, maybe the forehead kisses your mat. And coming back here just to remind ourselves that we can return home to this shape at any time. Maybe you stay here the rest of the practice, and that's perfect, especially now. No one knows, so it's all good, y'all. 2 more big breaths. So you can inhale to stay, or exhale the toes to tuck under. Reach your hips up, inverted V, downward facing dog. Now, as soon as you land, let's go ahead and walk the dog. Alternating bending one knee and then the other. Giving your legs some time to ease. Giving your hips some time, maybe you sway your hips side to side. I tend to like to do that to free up back space. And glutes, maybe you're walking a bit more than usual. Hopefully not on the Katy Trail. Yeah. Someone actually posted about Fair Park recently in Dallas, folks, when it comes to other options of walking. Not as well populated, so you can still maintain social distancing while taking care of yourself. Inhale, heels rising up. Exhale, heels melting down. 1 more. Heels rising, bending knees, looking forward, walking the feet forward to the front edge-ish of the mat, forward fold. Hands on the legs, reach your spine long. Exhale to ease down. Bending knees, arms will stay down as we roll up the spine so that when we land up, we can flow those shoulder circles front to back. 3. Thumbs spin away from you. Inhale your chin up. Exhale, chin in, bending knees, rolling down, forward fold. Uttanasana, and then halfway lift, long spine. Hands and knees, tabletop position. Long spine on the inhale, right shoulder, right hip. Maybe look over and peek at your heel, and then back to center. Other way. 1 more time each way to stretch out the side bodies, release through the low back space. And then we'll inhale long spine, toes tuck under, inverted V, downward facing dog. A specific request for hips. So right leg flows up, right knee bends, big circles with that leg. Now, if this is too much when it comes to pressure on your hands and upper body, do this in down dog. Although you will notice, perhaps, you're recruiting more leg strength. So either way, it's strength. Either way, it's loving on your hips. Other way. Right leg long. Right foot meets the left. Downward facing dog or tabletop. Inhaling here. Open mouth, exhale. Left leg up, left knee bending big circles in down dog or tabletop position. Yeah. And then the other way. Actively pressing the mat away wherever you are to make sure we're not dumping in the wrists. Left leg long, left foot meets the right, downward facing dog. Inhale to look at your hands. Exhale, feet to your hands, forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, relax. Sway your spine side to side. How free and fluid can your spine be, including your neck? So the crown of the head can flow freely too. Keeping our neck relaxed, our arms relaxed in their sockets. Good. And then we'll bend our knees. Arms will stay down as we roll up the spine. Shoulder circles front to back. 3, 2. Hands and fists behind you, where low back flows to glutes. Elbows to one another as we lift our hearts up. Guide your hips forward, reach your heart up and away. Arms flow up to the sky. Hands together at your heart. Remember that one thing that you are receiving. Guide it back into your practice, into your body, mind, and heart. And then we'll inhale our arms to form a V. Right arm underneath the left, X, like that, and then hug your back. Inhale your back to expand. So it looks like this. Shoulders drop open now. One more. Bring your feet together to make one imprint into the mat. And then we're going to inhale our hearts to rise up. Exhale to bend your knees. Elbows try to tap your thighs. 2 more like that. Could we find a cat spine when we bend our knees? Arms fly up. Chair pose. Utkatasana. Hands together at your heart. Core pulls up towards the sky. Shoulders relax down. Knees zipping together. Press your heels down into the surface below you, like you're trying to plant seeds with your heels. And then we'll inhale at center. Exhale the chair twist to the right. Oh, wait, it's your left. So I'm going to go to my left for your right. And can your spine reach up? How are your knees? Is it a straight line across the knees? Normal for one knee to jut out. We want to keep the knees together, drawing a straight line so that the hips stay in one straight line. And try to breathe around that shoulder blade that's closest to your knees. It's a sneaky strength way to get you to release your shoulders. And then back to center chair. Swan dive down. Hands on legs, reach your spine long. Open up. Bending knees, rolling up, arms reaching up. Hands together at your heart. Close your eyes, feel your heartbeat with your thumbs. Remember that one thing. Remember your why. Arms forming a V in front, and then left arm underneath the right, X. Hug your back. Back opening on the inhale. Shoulders drop. One more. Feet are together as we inhale our hearts up. Exhale, bending knees, elbows tap the thighs. 3 more. So notice how I don't just say elbows. I want the heart up too. So we could tone in through kidneys and back space. And yes, of course, there is a lengthening or lifting of sorts within the elbows. We want the body to move as a cohesive unit. Then knees stay bent as we inhale, chair. Hands to your heart, twist to your left now. And then spine reaching long. Open your heart to the sky. Big breaths around the shoulder blade that's closest to your knees. A detoxifying twist here to help internally cleanse and tone in the body. And of course, I can only imagine that you are feeling this in your legs too. You're not alone. And then back to center chair pose, Utkatasana, swan dive down. Halfway lift, inhale. Bending knees, plant your hands down, step your left foot back, runner's lunge with your right leg in front. And so we want that knee to be bent in alignment with the ankle. I'll show you a side view, just making sure we tend to jut the knee ahead. We want it straight up and down. That being said, now we can inhale cow spine, lift your heart up, and then exhale cat. 4 more like that. Making sure we're flowing generously with the chin and with the heart. Helping to elongate through the left hip flexor, offsetting the chair sitting we may be doing. And then at the end of that 4th exhale, returning to that runner's lunge, reaching the heart and the chin forward and up to help lengthen through the left hip flexor. 2 more breaths. Doing great. And then left hand underneath the left shoulder, right arm to the sky, twisting to your right. Usually, shoulders and wrists go hand in hand, so rotate through that wrist. And then the other way. And then that hand flows down. Back foot spins flat, lifting your arms and heart for warrior 1. Hands on the hips, shoulders up, shoulders drop. Again. Shoulder circles front to back. 3. Pressing the mat away with the outer edge of your back foot as the hands come into fists. Bring the hands to your low back and then guide your hips forward. Reach your heart up and away. Lean into your hands. Pressing the mat away with the pinky toe side of your left foot to make sure that you have that knee joint supported. We don't want the arch touching the floor or the mat right now. The arms will reach all the way up now. And then swan dive your hands down to the mat. And then hands coming forward. Reach your back leg up. Back foot meets the front, forward fold. Hands on legs, halfway lift. Exhale, relax. Arms stay down, bending knees, rolling up. Shoulder circles front to back, 3. Good. Now, thumbs spin away from the body. Inhale your chin up, heart up. Chin into the chest, bending knees, rolling down, forward fold. And then halfway lift, inhale. Exhale to bend your knees, plant your hands down. Right foot steps back. Runner's lunge, left leg in front. Checking in with knee to ankle alignment while we inhale, cow spine, lifting heart. And then exhale, cat spine. 4 more. Noticing how you can shift form here. So maybe the legs shift. Feel free to color outside the lines here. Focusing on what feels right for your body. No need to over effort or strain yourself. And then at the end of your fourth exhale, bending into your front knee, right hand down, left arm sky, twisting to your left. Micro bend in that bottom elbow to make sure we're not locking out the joints. Rotating through the top wrist. And then the other way. Top hand comes down. Back foot spins flat. Warrior one. Hands on the hips. Inhale your shoulders up. Shoulders drop, open mouth. One more. Shoulder circles front to back. 3. Hands and fists behind you, elbows to one another as we lift, guiding your hips forward. Lean into your hands. Elbows maybe towards one another to help open up a little bit more across the front of your chest. Now you may notice the positioning of my feet right now. Some folks in the Ashtanga style of yoga, it's front foot to line up with the back heel in warrior one legs. I tend to come from the tradition of Hatha yoga and modernized yoga as we know it, with feet hip width distance apart to honor our pelvis and how the shape of our hips. So we don't strain the knee joint. Arms reaching sky. Swan dive down. Hands flow forward, back leg floats. Back foot meets the front, forward fold. And then halfway lift, reach your spine long. Exhale, release. Bending knees, rolling up, arms reaching up. Hands together at your heart. Ultimate hips and shoulder release. So let's spin our feet so that we're at the long edge of our mat, or just so that we have space to step our feet wide, because that's what's happening next. We're stepping out nice and wide. And then we're going to bring our hands to our hips for those shoulder circles again, front to back. 3. Bring those hands into fists behind you where the low back meets the glutes, like we've been doing. Elbows to one another as we lift our hearts. Guide your hips forward. Reach your heart up and away. I hope you feel your hip flexors. It's like the ultimate release from all that chair sitting. And then we'll come all the way up, bringing, give you a back view, opposite hand to opposite forearm. Shoulder blades and elbows hug in. Now we'll go ahead and lift our hearts up and then bend our knees, releasing over wide legs. Keeping your elbows and your shoulder blades towards one another rather than collapsing to maintain space between your neck and shoulders. And by hugging the elbows and the shoulder blades in, we engage the back to help open up the front of the chest. And that's to help offset all the poring over our smartphones, our laptops, our books. 2 more breaths. And then we'll ease those arms down and just stay here for 3 breaths. Maybe there's a bend in your knees. Maybe your hands are on your legs to help support you. If you're near your bed even, you could bring your torso and your arms onto the bed or the couch. And then we'll bend our knees, slowly roll up, arms reaching up, hands together at your heart. Close your eyes. Remember your why. That one thing you are receiving. By continuing to go back to it, we allow this to be like a mantra Man means mind. Tra means tool. Something to return to over and over again. Hands on hips, shoulders up, shoulders drop. Opposite hand, opposite forearm. Make sure you have that awkward grip. And then shoulder blades and elbows hug in as we lift. And then bend your knees, releasing over your legs again. Perhaps this time we inhale to bend our knees. And then exhale to lift our hips. 3 more. Arms drizzle down, bending knees, rolling up, arms reaching up. Hands together at your heart. Okay, hands are on the hips. Angling your left toes in, your left toes in, your right toes forward. Bending your right knee, arms T, warrior 2. Shoulders melt down, core and heart lifting up. So our hips and heart are opening towards the screen and our arms have that capital T shape. Ideally, we're trying to bring our shoulders to line up with our hips. That being said, we'll go ahead and bring that back hand, your left hand to the low back, right arm up. Guide your hips forward, lean into your hand as you reach up and away. Maybe you look up at that top hand. Front leg, so now in our case, that right leg straightens, hips tilt back and up as we reach forward. We can stay right here. Maybe that hand finds that long leg in front. Micro bend in the knee, making sure it's not locked out. Perhaps that back arm flows up. All of these are variations of triangle pose. More important than where our torso is with regards to height is that it's in alignment with the front leg. So oftentimes what you'll see is folks bringing the hand down, but their torso's like this. We'd rather have the torso lining up with the front leg. Low abdominals pulling up and in as the ribcage spins skyward. That's an ideal triangle, or closer to, is aligning with the front leg, with the core pulling in and the shoulders easing down. One more breath in your triangle pose. And then bending that knee again, warrior 2 again. Hands on your hips, bringing that leg straight. All 10 toes towards the screen. Inhale, shoulders up. Shoulders drop. Now that leg that was bent, those toes angle in. And now the left toes point to the other side of your mat, bending that left knee. In alignment with ankle, arms T. Shoulders relax down. Pull your core, heart and crown up. Good. Usually, people send their gaze to their front hand. And that's warrior 2. T2 with the arms. Hips and heart are opening to the side. Now that back hand will bring its way to the low back. Other palm shines up. Lifting arm and heart. Guiding the hips towards the bent leg as we reach up and away. Front leg long. Torso up, lifts and reaches forward. Front hand to front thigh. Maybe the shin. Back arm, maybe the sky. Again, more important that that spine is in alignment with the front leg. Tailbone points towards the back heel. So in this case, it would be our right heel, while the spine reaches to the wall to your left. One more breath. Bending that knee, arms T, and then hands on your hips. That leg is straight. All 10 toes towards me. One big shoulder circle front to back. Hands and fists behind you, elbows to one another, lifting heart. Guide your hips forward. Reach your heart up and away. This time, all the way up. Maybe we want opposite hand to opposite forearm again. Maybe now we want to interlace our fingers. Wherever we are, pull your core up and in, and then bending knees, releasing over your wide legs. Wide-legged forward fold. Staying here for about 3 more breaths. Staying in your wide-legged forward fold with whatever position works for you when it comes to your arms. And where can you be relaxed? Maybe it's your jaw. Maybe it's your breath, the muscles of your face. And after your third inhale, all we're going to do is, if your forearms are crossed, switch to the other forearms on top. If your fingers are interlaced, switch so the opposite pointer finger and thumb are on top. Just making sure we're giving love and awareness to the shoulders, even awareness to the shoulders. And then 3 more breaths here. Almost done with the active aspect of practice. So after your third exhale, we could stay there or release the hands down and color outside the lines here. Maybe you want to twist. Maybe you want to bend one knee at a time. Sway the spine. One thing I like to do that might be especially lovely right now, I'll give you a side view to make it easier, is wide-legged downward facing dog. So you keep the feet wide and you walk the hands forward and then press the mat away. And so it's a different way to release through your calf muscles. Again, if you've been walking around quite a bit or biking more, that could be extra lovely for your body. And then 3 more breaths. Bending knees. Slowly rolling up the spine. Arms rise towards the sky. Hands together at your heart. Close your eyes. Feel your heartbeat with your thumbs. Remember your why. Keeping it close as we transition to the floor. So we're going to bring all 10 toes to face a side of your mat, no big deal. And then we'll reach the arms out and up. Bending knees, swan dive down. Halfway lift, inhale. Bending knees, planting hands, tabletop position. Hands and knees. Cow spine, heart, and seat rise. Exhale, cat spine. 1 more. Final shape is right arm flowing up, and then that right arm will thread between the left hand and left knee. Maybe we rest that right ear onto a pillow, a block, your mat. Press in towards the center line with your left hand. So we're in threaded needle now. Big breaths around that right shoulder blade. 3 more breaths here. After your third exhale, ground in the left hand so the right arm flows up. Hands and knees. Gathering the effort of your practice as we inhale cow spine through the nose. Open mouth cat. 1 more. Now your left arm up and left arm through threaded needle. Pressing in towards the center line with your right hand. Big breaths around your left shoulder blade. Focusing on releasing. Focusing on the transition towards rest. And then grounding in your right hand so the left arm flows up. And then hands and knees, tabletop position. Cow spine lifting hard. Open mouth cat. Long spine. Shins shift to one side. Go ahead and take a seat. Hands on the legs, shoulders up. Shoulders drop. Hands on the legs as we inhale the heart forward. Chin flows up to the sky. Chin in. Bow your head to your heart. Cat spine. 3 more. Just like this. Starting that transition to being able to offer loving sound for you with my sweet love partner in crime, the harmonium. Lifting ourselves up. Bring your legs long, feet to the front, edge of the mat. We're getting ready to lie down, arms reaching up, and then releasing over your legs. Letting go of the need to touch your feet. So maybe we flex our feet here and point our toes. 3 more. Flexing feet, rolling up the spine, arms reaching up, flowing down onto your back. Final relaxation, Shavasana. That being said, maybe it feels good for you to hug your legs to your heart, sway your legs side to side. Maybe you want to bring pillows underneath your legs to be relaxed. Take this practice into your bed or in your couch or in a hammock, whatever supports ease and support for you. Don't feel like your legs have to be long either. And when you're ready, settling into the closing pose, which may be the hardest for some. Final relaxation, Shavasana. Can these sounds encourage even more relaxation? Can you find more spaces in your body, mind, and heart to rest? To let yourself be held by this moment. And offering up sounds. These are sounds that are called Lalita Devi. These are sounds that I know actually in my own home practice. These sounds offer me love and support when I feel tired or worn out, at times where I feel low on hope. These are the sounds that I rest in. So offering them to you to help fill your cup in all the ways. These are sounds of maternal energy. So maybe resting in soothing memory that connects you to a mother. And I say a mother, maybe it's not a biological mother. Maybe it's a spiritual mother. Maybe it's a great soul that has helped lead the way and raise you. Sometimes I think of folks like Dr. Maya Angelou, or Mother Teresa, folks that emanate that grace. So rest in grace. Inviting back into your heart that one thing that guides you into that connection with grace. Keeping grace with you throughout the rest of your day as you slowly brush your thumbs alongst all fingertips and wiggle your toes. Hugging your legs into your heart, swaying your legs side to side to help love on your low back space. flowing over to one side, completely relaxed. And then guide yourself up to your comfortable seated position. Whatever works for you is perfect. Arms reaching for the sky. Hands flow together at your lifted heart. Arms out and up, gather up all your good intention.